Okay, it's Thursday, 22nd of December. A few days before Christmas on Saturday tonight with striker Matt Russ. Matt, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Right, you are 21 years old, is that correct?
Yep.
Where were you born?
Basildon.
So a local lad.
Yeah.
And who do you support?
I support Charlton.
Charlton,
yeah,
right.
that's where my dad was born, so I used to go there as a kid. I had a season ticket for a long time.
Yeah.
And then obviously when I started playing I couldn't go, but I was there actually last night in the
All right,
cup,
yeah.
so yeah, big Charlton fan.
They're going through a few managers at the moment.
Oh, a new one every month, yeah.
Let's get your career out. This might be right, might be wrong, I don't know. You're at Braintree Town, Billericay, Southend Youth, and you had loans at Great Waker in Harlow.
Yep.
Then you made your debut for Southend in 2019 and loans at Tunbridge and Chelmsford.
Yep.
Got it right. So where did it all start for you? What age were you?
I'm not exactly sure, probably about under 6. I was just at Wickford Town, the local team. I was there for quite a while. I think I started off as like a right winger.
Yeah.
And then probably not until a bit older on, I'm not sure exactly what age, I started playing up front. Then scored a lot of goals.
Yeah.
And liked it a lot. Just obviously loved playing games. That's what I loved doing, playing football.
Brilliant.
So it was good. I enjoyed Wickford Town a lot.
So you'd be about 12ish, it says, when you went to Billericay, and then 13 at Southend. So obviously after moving on, took a look at you. Were you playing up front for them?
Yes, so I went to Billericay and I didn't play that many games, but I played up front for them, and then I got a scout for Southend pretty quickly on after that, and then obviously I was there for quite a while, Southend, but I was a striker then.
Okay. So did you go through the different age groups for Southend?
Yeah, so literally I think under 14 I joined, and then obviously 15, 16's done the youth team.
Yeah.
Then my first year of 23 was when I kind of made it into the first team.
Right.
Then I was there for, I'm not sure how many, 2 or 3 years, and then
So who was coaching you at that time?
So my first youth team coach was Dave Huzzy. He's at Colchester now.
Right.
Then I had someone called Craig Fagan who used to play for Hull in the 23s. Yeah, he was good for me. I enjoyed working under him. Then I had Sol Campbell as a manager.
Wow.
That was when I made my debut.
What was that like?
Yeah, it was him, Andy Cole, Horidison, used to be at Charlton as well.
Yeah.
It was good. Like, it was just completely different. Obviously, they've been at the top of the game for so long. It was interesting to see how they approach stuff and stuff like that.
Did you have to temper their expectations?
A little bit. I remember doing a small-sided game and Sol Campbell just started playing, and I was like, oh, here we go. But they were good. They were. We also had someone called Tony who used to do the Arsenal, like the warm-ups and stuff like that. So everything was done properly.
Right.
And then obviously at Southend I had a lot of managers, quite a few before obviously leaving.
Okay. Now, so you had a loan spell at Harlow, I think.
Yeah.
You've got down here, you got 11 and 13, so
Yeah.
you should be able to popular down there.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I didn't score in my first few. I remember, and I was thinking, I need to start scoring there because it was my first proper loan. And then I think once I just scored a couple, scored a couple of hat tricks, and I was really enjoying myself there. And that actually got me my debut for Southend.
So that was at 18, I think.
Yeah.
Who did you play against? Can you remember?
For my debut,
Yeah.
Sunderland away.
Also,
Stadium
what a
with
good place to start.
Yeah, I think it was 30,000 people there. It was amazing. Yeah, and then I went to Fratton Park on the Tuesday after.
Right.
So that was just like the best experience ever, obviously.
Would you say the stadium light was the best one you played there?
Yeah, it was just amazing. Just the roar of the fans, the Sunderland fans is good. And Fratton Park is good as well. There, it's quite a tight stadium.
That's right,
it was an amazing first week.
Yeah, brilliant. So did you get many more opportunities at Southend after that?
I was playing a little bit coming on in League One and stuff like that, and then obviously COVID hit and we had the points per game, and we got relegated to League 2. And then a new manager came in. I didn't really get a look in until the end of the season when he got sacked.
Yeah.
That's when I scored my first goal and was starting at the end of League 2. And then obviously we were by then already relegated. And then in the National League, a few sub appearances, but nothing really. I was hoping obviously I'd get more of an opportunity, but I don't think I ever really made that many starts. It was more coming on and stuff like that.
Right. Now, there's someone been over here a few times I've spoken to. One of my ex-Barnet legends, Darren Curry. He was speaking quite highly about you. He was saying how you get much game time and how you're getting on. So, how was your relationship with Darren over this?
Yeah, he's a good coach. He's liked a lot of Southend around with the players and stuff like that. He still fancies himself. I think he used to be a winger, didn't he? He's not good.
He never had the pace.
Yeah, he's not bad in the
skill
games.
line.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy, to be fair. And it's good to see him doing well now, obviously. But I used to do finishing with him a little bit after training and stuff like that. And he's a good coach.
Excellent. Okay. So having done a few loans at Tonbridge and the boys down the road, you end up here. How did you end up here?
Just kind of in the summer. Obviously, there was a few clubs about and stuff like that, and I was just deciding what was best for me. And I actually met Angelo and Steve, and I just felt like they knew quite a bit about me. They knew where I played before. Steve had seen me play. He was at Big League.
It was the league, isn't it?
And I just thought like they would probably know me best and how to fit me into a team and get the best out of me. So I thought that it was a good move. And obviously we did really well this season. In and around the playoffs, which is what I want. I want to get promoted. So it was a good move, but that's how it first came about.
When the season started, you didn't have a lot of games early on, did you?
No.
You had to bide your time. So what are you told when you're getting picked at the start?
Well, to be honest, I had a bit of a rubbish start with the injury. I got injured in the last home game in pre-season, and kind of maybe come back a little bit too early because obviously I was eager to play. It didn't really help me, and then obviously I come back. Eventually found some form. I think it was the Worthing game. I kind of got a start, and then from then that's when I felt 100% fit. And from then I think I've played in pretty much every game, and I feel good. I feel part of the team. And it's obviously hard not playing at the start, being injured. I've never actually experienced that before. But coming back now, I feel good. I feel in good shape. And,
I mean, I thought you should mention Worthing game because we've not seen much of you up to that point. I mean, you all were at that game. They were trying to play out from the back. You wouldn't let them play out from the back. It was fantastic to watch. So there's been quite a few forwards at the club. So what's the competition like?
It's good. It's good to have good players around you. That's how this team's got to work. If you don't have a good game, then you can't expect to play the next game. If you want to get promoted out of this league, that's just the way it's got to be. So obviously it's good to have good players around you. Obviously it makes you've got to train properly, you've got to play properly, otherwise you won't play the next game. And I think we've got that in this group. We've got good depth now, which is quite a good thing to have. Probably we didn't have that at the start of the season. So it's looking promising,
so we've got a mixture of young and senior players. Do you get much advice from the captain?
Obviously Whitey, I've been with him for a while at Southend as well. And he always actually called him before joining here and asked him about Angelo and stuff like that. Whitey's a really good captain and still a really good player. And obviously he's a rock at the back for us. And he helps me going forward, even with like clearances and stuff like that. But he's clever in the way he does it. He keeps it on the pitch and gives me something to chase, which is all we can do at this level. He's a good captain, and the boys respect him a lot.
And where do you think you can improve? You're still young, so.
I think I just want to go on a run of scoring a lot of goals. Obviously, I come in the team, scored a few and stuff like that, and recently not so much. Not that I've been playing badly, but obviously it's nice to get a goal as a striker. I think if I can add goals in consecutive games and stuff like that, then I think I can go into another level and kind of, obviously this team needs goals. If we can get someone scoring regularly, then I think the playoffs should be the aim, definitely. So probably that, and just obviously I like to work hard and stuff like that and do the best for the team. I mean, as long as we achieve what we want to achieve, then I'll be happy. But obviously for me, as a striker, everyone would say you just love to score more goals.
Have you got any sort of target for yourself, or is it just take them as they come? Or?
It's probably get to double figures as quick as possible, and then go from there. Obviously I've set up quite a few goals as well, which is good. Just contributing to wins and stuff like that. But once I get double figures, then hopefully I'll just keep going and see where it takes me.
And then next up we've got Boxing Day. A ground we haven't won on since 2006.
Really? Yeah. Okay.
So there's a bit of history to be made if you boys go out there and turn it on. I mean, won't obviously affect you being on loan there. How many games did you actually play for them?
I played the back end of last season. Probably played about 15 games.
Right.
Fair amount. I know a lot of the boys still there. The manager's still there. I did enjoy my time there. It kind of gave me my first bit of football in a while. And I like the lads there, but on a Monday I'll be going there to win 100%.
There's a few ex-Braintree players on their side as well, so it's always it's something adds something to the blend. Just to finish on, what do you think to the World Cup in the end? Were they winners?
Yeah, well, I'm a massive Messi fan myself, so I was buzzing with it, to be honest. It was the final was probably one of the best games I've ever seen. It was amazing to see, obviously, Messi and Mbappe do it on the big stage. But England obviously fell short a little bit, didn't they? But to be honest, I was rooting for Messi.
His last World Cup he had to be.
Exactly, I think it was fate, but
Matt, that's brilliant. Thanks so much for your time.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.